Today, we're going to do something a little different. We're going to be traveling. But first, we're going to talk about this incredible 2025 Ducati Multistrada V2S. What's so special about the V2S? Well, it's a little bit of a redesign. Let's take a look at it. Ducati decided they were pretty successful with the Multistrada lineup. So they wanted something a little lighter for those that aren't looking for a big four-cylinder to rip around everywhere. They wanted something for, dare I say, a sport tour rider, maybe a first-time rider, maybe someone that wanted a little less but still have a lot more. Introducing the Multistrada V2 and V2S. Now, what does the S have that separates the standard V2? First things first, you'll notice this beautiful, beautiful paint that Ducati decided to add to their collection. You'll recognize it from the Street Fighter V2. That's the older iteration of the 955cc Super Quattro. That is storm green paint. It almost has this beautiful matte shine to it. I think this is one of the best colors that Ducati's put out in a while. It's unique, it's different, and it stands out with these little pops of red. Absolutely gorgeous. Now, what makes this V2S an absolute blast to drive, which I'll show you in just a moment, they've redesigned it completely. What does that mean? Starting with the most important feature, this Ducati motor. This is now 119 pounds lighter than their predecessor that had the 955 motor in it. As you can see here, it says V2. That's the V2, the new V2 motor. This is what drives this Multistrada V2S. Now, what kind of power are we talking about? We're talking about 119 horsepower and about 67.9, call it 68 pound-feet of torque. What does that do for you? It delivers an amazing feel, enough torque, enough power to push this 440-pound machine down the twisties. The seating has been upgraded. You'll notice there's some perforation here. Depending on what kind of gear you're wearing, that's going to help keep things nice and sticky, so you're not sliding around all over the seat. Another nice feature, they've redesigned the buttons. Cruise control, having a toggle switch, or excuse me, a directional pad to be able to utilize. And new is this 5-inch screen that Ducati has decided to adopt. A couple of features, you can see now there's a power and torque mode. The fuel gauge is still there, but you'll notice here on the right side, looks like you have adjustable traction control, wheelie control, engine braking, as well as ABS. And what's new for Ducati, well, on the Multistrada V2S anyway, you actually have an adjustable suspension now. So depending on if you're looking for a dynamic setup for the twisties, a comfort setup for everyday cruising, or maybe it's a little wet and you have low grip. whatever the situation is, Ducati has a way to take care of you. The way it handles, the way it drives. You know, actually, I have an idea. It's going to be a little windy. Follow me. Alright. On the 2025 Ducati Multistrada V2. On the other side of Pescadero. Pretty, look at that. Okay. Little deer jumping out coming in. Thanks for joining me again. That was a fun ride. I'm sure you enjoyed it as well. Now, getting back to the bike, nice new things. You do have an adjustable windscreen, which is good. The mirror setup's fantastic. It does now have lever guards to keep the hands protected or warm. But all the magic actually happens right in this guy. With their new setup and their new display, Ducati really does it right. Even when you're diving into this bike, the new smart features, the new settings, the new My Ride controls, you can set this bike up with the cruise control and with turn-by-turn navigation through Ducati Connect. You also know you have the electronic suspension because of your coil here. Now, the adjustments that are able to happen because of the new suspension setup, it gives the wheel much better travel. This bike handles like a dream. You can still run panniers. You still have the racks for that. LED lighting. There's not much you can really say about this thing. I mean, it's wonderful. It is an absolute great bike. The way Ducati set this up compared to its last iteration, which did not do very well, if I'm being honest, this is the perfect Ducatista's lightweight sport touring bike. Again, we're talking 115 horsepower, 68 pound-feet of torque, 439 pounds wet, no fuel, a 5-inch display, ride modes, electronic suspension. What more can you ask for?